Hello and welcome to the weekend update for the 220 EMA Upside Breakout trading system. Going to review the trades in the week. This week was ended in quite a interesting fashion on Friday with a big whipsaw move in the S&P and major markets. So first of all, let's go through the standard disclaimer. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not recommending any stocks. Backtesting has limitations and all trading involves risk, and you need to do your own due diligence. If you missed the webinar on the 220 EMA Upside Breakout Trading System, you can see the replay by going to edgeracer.com/details.aspx?CTX equals 220 EMA webinar. So this is going to be quite a quick review because I'm currently at Jeffrey Scott's trading weekend seminar. So we just finished today. It's Sunday, but I still wanted to get this review out of the week just so that we have a complete archive of what has been happening. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take a look at the report, which I have already run. So let me just do that. And here's the report. So the trades, there were some significant trades that were closed this week. And we'll go into those in a sec. But first of all, let's look at the trades that are still open. So here we have at the top of the list with the 84% gain, we have Nectar Therapeutics. And we're looking at the weekly chart here, but I'll switch it over to a daily chart. And as you can see, it's been an interesting week for Nectar, but overall in the system, it's actually come up from the around the 27 level up to around 53. So as we go down through the list, DHI has done really well, and this is the Friday bar. I was saying that the market had a little bit of a sell-off based on news on Friday, and then quickly recovered most of what it lost. That did trigger some exits, but DHI was safe. The 20 EMA was a little ways below there, so it never triggered an exit. So DHI is still in a trade. And I think last weekend I mentioned a couple of positions. Square, for instance, which had been doing really well. And I did say that it was quite a ways extended from its 20 EMA. And if that happened to come back during the week, the trade would exit for still a significant gain, but nowhere near as much as it was up by last weekend. So we'll see that in the closed trades in a sec. So another home builder, doing really well at 27%. Then Canada Goose Holdings is doing really well at 23%. All of these stocks here they all fired an entry some bars ago. The number of bars in trade column tells you how many bars ago the entry was fired. And as you go through the list, you see some stocks that are in fairly nice uptrends. And by definition, really, they will be in fairly nice uptrends because they've made significant moves without triggering an exit. So these are the stocks that meet that criteria. But I'm going to quickly go ahead and look at the closed trades for the week. That's when you close a trade, obviously that's where you put money in the neck, or where it costs you money, depending on whether it was a winning or a losing trade. So let's take the exit date. We're in the prior trade column, and we'll say we are only going to look at trades that exited December 1st, which was the Friday, or November 30th, 29th, 28th, or 27th. And so here are the trades that exited on any of those dates. So quite a lot of trades exited during the week. Let's sort them by percent gain. And at the top of the list, Overstock. So Overstock did close after being in the trade since September the 29th. And it closed on Wednesday when it hit the 20 EMA for a nice 73% gain. Not as nice, obviously, as the high, which was over here at a 65, almost 66 level. It ended up closing down at 52. And that's one of the situations you'll get when you're using the 20 EMA as your exit stop, is that it's quite a ways from any peaks that are reached. But That also helps you stay in trades that are moving. For instance, back here, it didn't quite hit the 20 EMA and continue to make this run up here. So swings and roundabouts really on that exit. Let's take a look at the next one down, which is Square. And Square had a really nice run up. This was looking really good last weekend, and I think I mentioned that in the weekend report, that it was quite a ways extended from the 20 EMA, and I think I mentioned if it came back on Monday and hit it, that it would be exiting for an amount which would be significantly reduced from the high, and actually on Monday it did sell off and hit the 20 EMA. Maybe I shouldn't say that in the future, but it did do that, and now is a little bit below that even. So there's still quite a nice gain at 43%. Then you've got Cree, hit the exit, had a 40% gain. Align Technology with 32. VMware hit the exit as well at a 23% gain. So some quite significant gains for the week. Coming down into the negative territory, we may as well go to the bottom of the list. The worst trade that exited during the week was Autodesk, and that had been in a trade only for a few bars, and this is an unfortunate trade because it gapped down through the 20 EMA, and so the exit was taken at the open of this bar on Wednesday, which was actually quite a ways below the 20 EMA. So a 10% loss in Autodesk. YY had a 10% loss. As you can see, it just came down and hit the 20. These were only in trades for 7 days. This one was in a trade for 9 days with an 8% loss, and this was in a 3-day trade for 8% loss. But as you can see, most of the trades, the winning trades, let's say, that exited during the week, exited for some very nice gains. So I think overall what we'll find is when we do the subtotal here, and I'll just do a quick sum, so I'll do a subtotal of this column and subtotal. And when you put a 9 in for the subtotal function in Excel formulas, it means sum. So I'm going to sum all of these here and end up with a 2.3. So quite a significantly positive week. So this would have put money in the bank for sure, which marks a significant number of weeks now that have been in positive territory. I think we are now on something like week 12 that I've been doing these videos every week and following this system, and it was only last weekend that we ended up with a negative week on closed trades. So the system has been doing really well, continues to do well, but we will still monitor it and see what happens next weekend. Now, what I'll do just briefly now is clear this filter and just take a look at some of the trades that entered on Friday. So if we click on the Entered Today column and we go to the very top, so we have a few trades that entered on Friday. These are the potential next batch of trades that have the potential to go on to make significant gains, or alternatively, they'll get stopped out at the 20 EMA. So we have Berkshire Hathaway, funny enough. We have Philip Morris, or MO, which is Altria Group now, used to be Philip Morris. And we'll just go down through the list and you can take a look at some of these. And some of the charts look quite promising. Obviously, if they hit the entry, it is a very promising setup because it means they've spent 2 bars completely above the 20 EMA and have then subsequently gone on to break higher by 10 cents or more than the high of those 2 bars. So these do all show some promise, but these are just things we have to monitor in the ongoing days and see how they fare. But they're in the system now, and if you run this template every day, you will get a report like this. You'll be able to monitor how these are performing day by day. So that's it for the review for the week. Please go ahead and take a trial of the software if you haven't yet, and you'll be able to run this report for a period of 30 days right now. And after that, you can decide whether this software is for you, but it can be very helpful for finding trades. I'm just covering a very small part of the software here, but this is something that if you own the software, it's something that you can easily run every day and has a lot of value. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening, and Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye for now.